Okay, Harold. I want you to talk right in there.
Eugene, would you listen to me, please?
I am listening. Speak up.
Eugene, this is not an interview.
Well, they don't always start out that way, buddy, but I want that evidence.
Gene, I need a favor.
And I need to make a deadline, too, so tell me exactly what are you sitting on, man?
What I've got is something that might set Dave free.
So, let's hear it.
Okay, I'll give you an interview if I can put you on the witness stand for the defense.
Here it is, Doug. Dan's divorce from Julia. The one that you said I'd never see.
Great. Right in from south of the border, huh?
Well, Mexican divorces are legal, aren't they?
Sure. They're legitimate.
Well, that's why I asked you over here, actually. I've got to find out if that piece of paper is what it's supposed to be. Would you find out if it's genuine?
Me on the witness stand?
Yeah, Gene, you could be the hand that turns the key.
Well, I never thought I'd be paying for an interview under oath before.
Well, I never had anything this hot before. Shall I keep talking?
What day would you want me in court?
Just as soon as it reconvenes. Now, listen. When Amber came in here to tell Stacy about her mother's murder, you were here, right?
Yeah, I was here, and Walter and I were just about to give the news to Stacy, and that's when Amber walked in the door.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is tell the jury, describe for them...
Wait a minute. Back up here a second, buddy. What about that evidence that I asked you about?
Oh, I'm going to get to that.
Well, you better fast forward, or maybe I'll forget my way to the courthouse. How about that?
Oh, Gene, you don't give an inch, do you?
No, I don't. Not unless I'm going to get something back. Now, Harold, I need the evidence.
It's a set of fingerprints.
Whose?
Blair Simpson's.
Wait a minute. Should that mean something to me?
Well, it might if you knew where we found them.
Wait a minute. The back door to Amber's apartment? The unidentified prints?
The same ones we've been wondering about all along. They're Blair Simpson's. Seems that she drove Amber back to her place that night of the murder.
Well, what time did she do that?
A little bit after midnight. She had to pick up some things that she needed to stay over at Blair's house.
Oh, my gosh. Well, then that means she had to have seen Kate again.
Alive.
This is all very interesting.
Didn't it just?
So then I guess the question is what went on between the two of them, right?
Well, that's one of the questions. The other one would be, what was Amber's behavior like when she told Stacy about her mother? Was she emotional at all?
No, as a matter of fact. No. Amber didn't tell Stacy. I told her.
You told me that you were just about to tell her when Amber walked in.
Yeah, I was, but when Amber walked in, Stacy saw her, and then she nearly crawled out of her skin. Now, as you know, there is no great sisterly love between the two of them over Gil Prescott.
Yeah, I know that.
You can call it a double blow. When Amber came through that door, I mean, she was the last person that Stacy wanted to see. And just about that time I'm clearing these silly frogs out of my throat to tell her about her mother's death, she hit the deck.
Fainted?
She fainted out cold.
Okay, this is real important. Did Stacy faint when you told her about her mother or when she saw Amber?
Well, no, wait a minute. I believe she fainted when she saw Amber.
What did Amber do?
Well, she just watched Walter and I try to revive Stacy.
She didn't try to help at all?
She offered to take Stacy home.
Yeah, Stacy, tell me all about that later.
But wait a minute. That's not all, though. When Walter was taking Stacy out to Amber's car, Amber stayed behind just long enough to mention to me that Dave had been arrested.
What do you conclude from that?
Well, I don't know. It's just like, well, she had to make that point. But I told her, please don't tell Stacy.
Yeah, of course. End of interview, Gene.
Well, that's good. Now I can get started on my work, buddy.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gene.
Yeah.
You know you can't use any of this, don't you?
Ben, for the last time, Stacy and I are just friends.
Oh, friends, huh? Well, then why didn't you ring any bells when she told you about her plans to marry Gil?
I had to get over the shock first.
Shock of being passed over?
Keep it up.
Hey, now
Keep it
look, you
up.
were dating her on a regular basis. With her father's blessings?
At her father's request, he asked me to keep an eye on her, remember?
Oh, yeah, it's a tough chore looking after a beautiful girl.
Okay, you want to know how I feel about Stacy?
Sure do. Well, you did ask.
What is this? This is your life, Russ Weaver? Why this sudden interest all of a sudden, huh?
We're just nosy. Now, come on, you were saying?
All right. Stacy and I are friends. True. Stacy and I could be more than just friends. True.
I knew it.
But I proved something to myself, being around her,
What was that?
that a guy and a girl can be just that. Just friends. No romance, just two people who care about each other. Okay?
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Too bad it's got to end now, though.
And what are you talking about, Russ?
I own she's marrying Gil.
So you can still be friends.
No, I don't think so.
People who are married need friends, too. I was just thinking about Miriam. Boy, she could use some friends right now.
Miriam, what's wrong?
Well, that was her on the phone just now. Seems that she came face to face with a dead ringer for Lance.
Impossible. Nobody could double for that, Scuzz.
Oh, no? Well, what about his twin brother?
Becoming Dan's wife means everything to me. That's why I've got to find out if this is legal and binding.
What's the matter, Nancy? You don't trust your husband-to-be?
Well, no, it's Julia I don't trust. I mean, she doesn't want to let him go.
What about this? They both signed it.
Yeah, I know.
Then why are you worried that what I'm holding in my hand is not the real thing?
Look, I could get myself another lawyer to handle this. The only reason I ask you is because you and my relatives would then see that it's legitimate.
You're just afraid that that's a fake, aren't you?
Why is everyone so eager to tell me what I'm afraid of?
Because you are. You know that what Ben, Lori, and I have been telling you is true. Dan's not worth it.
I don't want to hear that.
Look, he is just using you to squeeze money out of Ben. Once he gets that money, he's going to be gone.
You're just jealous, that's all. Everyone is so eager to judge him. Nobody will give him a chance. Well, I gave him a chance because I love him. Look, I shouldn't have even bothered calling you in the first place.
Look, all right. I'll check it out for you, okay?
How soon will you know?
I'll know by this afternoon. I've got to make a few phone calls first.
But you'll definitely find out by then now, you promise me.
Yeah, sure. You'll definitely know by this afternoon if this is a fake or not.
The divorce. Oh, Nancy, you have me so head over heels in love with you that I almost committed polygamy here. I forgot.
Well, you said it's just a short trip down there and then, what, 3-day wait?
Yeah, you're right. But see, even if I left today, that's 3 days. That puts us in the next week. And I already told you that I'm all tied up then. Oh, Nancy, I am so sorry. This is
Well,
bad.
anyway, it's nice to be like a bunch of kids, right?
Yeah, it really is.
You're so good to me. I don't care if I have to wait forever for you.
Mother's china.
Yeah, one of them's chipped. I think Courtney will like it anyway.
Hey, this has been in the family for 3 generations. Heirlooms.
Yeah, I know. But it's sitting over the cupboard, not even being used.
Only for special occasions.
Oh, this is special. Courtney's coming over. She'll be here any minute.
Courtney?
Yeah. I coaxed her away from Walter's restaurant. You know, my soup de jour is from the can, but I figure this ought to class things up real well.
Why didn't you tell me she was coming over?
Because I just found out. Oh, Mom, come on. I made enough. You're invited.
In my own kitchen.
Oh, right. We should move everything to the dining room. Okay.
Peter, do you realize what you're getting yourself into?
Now, you said you liked her.
She is a very sweet girl, but she's engaged.
Tentatively.
Tentatively or not, couldn't you have found somebody who was unattached?
I did. Vicky. You didn't approve of her either.
Peter.
Well, okay, maybe Vicky was a mistake, but Courtney's different.
How?
She's younger, and, well, she's very honest. She told her friend about me.
She could be playing her fiancé against you. Have you ever thought of that?
Hardly. You don't know the whole story.
Well, would you fill me in, please?
Look, everything's very casual here, so don't worry.
Don't worry. You call this casual?
Hey, now. You did extra for Dad when you first started dating him. Now, I remember, what was it, your 3rd date? You started knitting him a sweater. Come on.
Second date.
See? That's Courtney. Be nice. Hi,
Hi.
come in.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Davidson.
Hi, Courtney. Oh, that's a lovely jacket.
Thank you. It was a Christmas gift.
Ah, I think that's the hospital calling me. I'll take it in the living room.
Okay. So, what's with the long face?
Oh, reason enough.
What is it?
Vaughn is staying through New Year's, Peter. I won't get to spend it with you. Vaughn overheard my phone conversation with you this morning.
Everything?
Well, he heard enough to change his mind and stay through New Year's. Peter, I'm sorry. You know I wanted to spend it with you.
Tell him.
This is the man that my father expects me to marry.
Want me to tell him?
No,
You can't have it both ways.
I don't want you involved. Look, you're the best part of my life, and I want to keep it that way.
So do I. So, not being second best.
But you're not. Don't you know that?
Hey, do you want to do this thing New Year's or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
Let's do it.
Haven't you heard a word that I've said? Vaughn is going to be here.
Right. I want you to send that stuffed shirt back to Lake Forest.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah. Just wave goodbye to him.
If I could, don't you think I would have already?
No, I don't think you can because you're so brainwashed that you can't.
Peter, I can't.
Look, is it because your father's business was taken over by his father because he's a Sumner? Come on. You're worried about where the money's coming from to take care of your mother. So you bow to him.
I couldn't have put it more precisely myself.
Look, you've been handed this guy on a silver platter. I say it's time he earns it.
I mean, it's like having a car without a battery. It's just sitting there and you can't drive it. Now, my story is hot off the keys, and I can't even print it.
Something isn't right.
You better believe something's not right. And the minute Harold goes public with her fingerprints, then my story's gonna hit the streets.
Her fingerprints?
Blair Simpson.
Well, why are they having trouble identifying them?
I don't know. Maybe because they're not on file or something.
But they should be. Don't you see that?
Carla, look. The only offense that Blair Simpson has on her record is some silly parking ticket, and that's when she was 16 years old.
She works for Social Services, a department of the government. Her fingerprint should be in the computer.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Like mine. I had to be processed when I worked for planning and development.
Mm-hmm. Another government office.
Everybody in Kingsley is doing it, too. That's right.
Well, on the other hand, she, just recently started working. Maybe they haven't put hers in yet.
No. I doubt that because that is a clearance process, Carla. That has to be done.
Well, this is strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, whatever the outcome, I'm glad that you're going to get a chance to testify for Dave. You know something? I've never been a witness at a trial before.
And he didn't even give me any details.
Who?
Harold. I tried to pressure him for new evidence, and all he gave me was a cap off the bottle.
Well, maybe he didn't want it to look rehearsed.
Yeah. I still say that it's good to be prepared, and that's courtesy of Mom and the Boy Scouts,
And
too.
I say you should leave your work at the office.
Wait a minute. Who opened up this silly thing in the first place?
I did. Oh, my mistake.
Yes. But thanks anyway. I'll be right back. I gotta check on something.
Sure.
Yeah, Herb? Yeah, hold on. For you.
Thanks. Yeah, Dr. Martin. Yeah, Russ. No, without onions. Right. Corned beef on rye. Hold on. Do you want anything?
No. Sorry.
Okay, Russ, yeah, he doesn't want anything. And would you put a brush on that, please? Yeah, well, same to you. Okay, bye.
The $60 million question. Are you a fake?
I'll tell you, Doug, it sure looks authentic.
Yeah. Well, don't let that fool you. And I once had a client that paid me with phony money. Looked pretty authentic, too.
You know, this may be crazy, but I really hate to think what Nancy's face is going to look like if that thing is no good.
Oh, come on. You're not back to feeling sorry for her again. Come on.
No, not really. I mean, if she won't listen, we can't stop her.
Yeah, but you know what really galls me is that we had her this close to believe in us, you know, and dropping this malpractice suit.
Well, dealing with Nancy, it's always a little confusing. But basically, she's only out for herself.
Yeah. Isn't everybody like that, Ben? I mean...
No, not everybody. Some people believe you should treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, neighbors, maybe. Not relatives, huh?
That's true.
Hello, Herb? Yeah. Yeah, did you make the contacts? Right. That one too, huh? Right. Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thanks. Listen, I owe you one, okay? Keep in touch. Bye-bye.
What's the verdict?
Our last trump's been played. Dan is officially divorced.
How is it?
Need something.
Salt?
No, something spicy. What do we got? Try this. Yo.
I didn't know you were such a chef.
Hey, what are you talking about? I'm a jack of all trades. Try some of this apricot tea. You're gonna love this. Here you go.
You know, Peter, I really missed Kingsley.
Hey, Kingsley missed you.
You have no idea what the Lake Forest socialites were like this year.
Probably no worse than the Kingsley socialites.
Dad wanted to come back down with me, but, well, Mom's memory's digressing. He's afraid he's going to have her committed again.
To where?
Rose Hill. A very plush sanitarium with a full-time staff. When she's like this, she kind of needs round-the-clock care.
I'm sure it's hard on everybody.
Yeah, it is. But you know, there's a good thing about my mom's illness. It kept me from going through that inevitable my parents are the enemy stage.
Right. So you weren't the typical teenager.
Oh, no.
That figures. There's nothing typical about you.
Hey, are you always so free with your compliments?
Around you.
Peter, what if I take you up on your advice
Which advice?
about talking to Vaughn?
You mean it?
If you really want to, I don't seem to get too far with him.
Well, remember when I first met you, I did real well with Gary.
Cream puff compared to Vaughn.
What about Troy Behringer?
Neanderthal in size, but tiny in brain power.
Don't worry, I could take care of Vaughn.
Yeah?
Yeah,
How?
I don't know, but I will.
Well, let me inspire you.
So do you have any other suggestions?
Nothing. It's legal and binding. What are we
Doug.
supposed
Hi, I got here as soon as I could. Hi, Ben. I'd like to
Nancy, I
talk.
already know why you're here.
Oh. Well, what's the score? Is the divorce for real?
Nancy, you can frame it. It's legit, okay?
Are you willing to stake your life on that?
It's official, Nancy. Julie is now his ex, okay?
Oh, he told me the truth. You were wrong about him. You and Lori and Terry, all of you, you were wrong about him.
Nancy, my opinion hasn't changed. I just don't have proof in hand.
Well, I do. Proof that he loves me. I just wish you could be happy for me, Ben.
Excuse me, I have to get back to work.
Yeah, well, you do that. Thank you.
Guess we'll be seeing you and Dan in court after all, huh?
Yes, I guess you will.
Yeah.